welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki and it is time to make crafting fun.
Let's go ahead and do DIY number 1, and for that I'm gonna use this wooden circles, or wood rounds, that I got from Amazon, and also I'm gonna use some of this Gorilla wood glue to glue them together, and I'm just adding a little bit of that glue over here and flipping them over because I'm gluing 2 of them as they are really thin and I wanted them to be a little bit thicker. Now I'm going to use these clamps to clamp them together like this and let it dry. Now that it is dry, I'm going to take my white Waverly chalk paint and I'm going to paint it, giving it one light coat so we can see some of that wood grain showing through our paint. We're going to paint it completely and then we're going to let it dry. Then I'm going to take this decal I made on my Cricut and then I'm going to add that decal to my wood round like that. It was a little bit of a struggle as always because you have to measure the sides so it gets in the middle really nicely. Then I'm just gonna stick it really nice and remove that transfer tape from my decal slowly because it can damage your work. So I'm gonna remove it slowly. And then we will have a beautiful lemon slice. Into that lemon slice, I'm going to take this hanger, metal one, and I'm going to cut that straight part that you see in the bottom using some wire cutters or pliers. And that part, I'm going to bend it in half and cut it again so we can make 2 handles. And as you can see, I'm just making them like a semicircle like that. And now I'm gonna take my drill and I'm gonna make 2 holes. First, I'm gonna mark them using a pen. And I'm gonna make 2 holes for that handle to go in. Let me show you. I'm marking them like this, and now I'm gonna take my drill and I'm gonna drill those 2 holes like that. And then we're gonna take our wire after we make the 4 holes. We're gonna take our wire, and with that wire, we're gonna make our handles like this. Now I'm gonna take some of these beads, and I'm gonna use the larger ones that come on that package. And I'm gonna add them to my handle like this. And I added 8 of those to make a good sized handle, but not too big. And now I'm just gonna press that wire onto my wooden circle and fold those pieces to the bottom like that. I don't know, you can do something else with that, but I'm just pressing it really nicely to my table, and this is it. Now let me show you. And here we have it finished, and look at that, it's looking so beautiful. It's the perfect tray for this summer. As you can see, I styled it here with a jar of lemonade, it's water, and some lemons. Now this is part of the Esto es lo mío, or this is my thing challenge, hosted by the beautiful Maria from Yetra Khreacioness, and also our co-host is Daysi DIY and myself. In the description box down below, you're gonna find the link to the playlist and also to those 2 ladies' channels. Go and check them out. I know you're gonna love them. They are awesomely talented. Now for DIY number 2, we're gonna make a beautiful tray, and for that I'm using this printout, and I'm gonna add a little bit of hairspray to prevent the bleeding, but I didn't add enough because I want to make it a little bit vintage. You will see that a little later. Now I'm gonna trace my tray, and this one is one of those Dollar Tree trays that you can get, and I painted it in Waverly white chalk paint. Now I'm gonna cut my printout like that. I'm gonna cut the excess just like this, and then we're gonna grab some Elmer's glue after I have fit and cut the excess like this. We're gonna grab some of that Elmer's glue. You can use Mod Podge, you can use anything you want to glue this printout to the bottom of the tray, but I decided to use Elmer's glue. Now that I cut all the excess like that, I'm gonna glue it. And here you will see the Elmer's glue. Now I'm gonna add a little bit to the bottom like that. And then I'm gonna add my paper or printout. You can find that printout in Google if you search for lemon slices. Now I'm removing the excess glue because it was too much. And now I'm going to attach my paper to the bottom of our tray like this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that glue to the top so we can create that vintage effect when the paint of the printout starts bleeding. It's going to make it beautifully vintage. You will see. And we're going to just place that glue on top of the paper like that. Remove the excess because, it was too much again. Let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back with some twine, and I'm gonna start attaching the twine like this to that corner like that. We're gonna start just wrapping it around like this all over, and then when we finish wrapping it around, we're just gonna glue it on the other side of that hole. This is to make it look little bit cuter and more vintage. And here you can see it. I did the same thing to both sides, and as you can see, it looks beautiful and vintage. I'm in love with this piece. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
If you like modern farmhouse decor and lots of silly jokes, subscribe because that's what I do here. And hit the thumbs up and share this video with a friend because that really helps to support my channel. Also, go and check me out on my social media so we can be friends over there and have lots and lots of fun together.
Now for DIY number 3, we are going to make a beautiful sign, and I'm using this one from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove that tag or label. And after I remove that, I'm going to remove also that twine. Then I'm going to take some white paint, Waverly white chalk paint. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't talk today. And I'm going to paint the back of our sign like that, covering it completely, really nicely. And then we're going to let it dry really well. And after that's dry, we're going to take this decal that I made with my Cricut, and it's the same thing. We just have the lemon slices or pieces. And I'm going to add 4 of those to our lemon slice. And you will see this one was a little bit of a struggle. But then when I figured out the placement, I just stick that to there. And then I'm going to move on to the other 2 slices or pieces of the lemon. So we have a beautiful lemon slice. And as you can see, I didn't cut the bottom part because as you can see that had some scallop edge, and I wanted to keep that intact. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Waverly paint, the color is lemon, and I'm gonna paint that border like this, and it's the exact same color as the vinyl. So I'm just gonna paint it really nicely all around. So we have a beautiful lemon slice half. And I'm just gonna paint it completely like that. And then when we finish with that, we're gonna let it dry, and we're gonna make a beautiful bow using this ribbon that I got from Amazon. And it is, no, I got that one from eBay. And it is a buffalo check, and I'm cutting 6 pieces the same size. And then I'm gonna dovetail those pieces, or pieces pieces of ribbon. And I'm gonna dovetail them like that so we can make a beautiful funky same color bow. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start assembling it like this, going one way and then the other way and then one way and then the other way until we have all of our 6 pieces over there. When we have all of them together like that, I'm gonna take a zip tie and I'm just gonna tie it, and this was a struggle. But then I tied it like that, and then we're gonna start the fun part, and it is fluffing our bow. So fluff, 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 put those tails to the bottom like that, and then we're gonna bring back our beautiful sign after I finish with this. We're gonna bring back our beautiful sign so we can make it a beautiful handle for it. And for that, I'm taking the twine that it brought like this, and I'm doing 2 knots so it's stable. Now I'm gonna cut the excess, and I'm gonna bring back the beads, and I'm gonna use Ones that are a little bit smaller and the size that goes below that one, it's smaller than that one. And I'm just gonna start adding them, and our pattern will be, after I do this to make it a needle, three small ones, one bigger one bigger one, and three smaller ones. Let me just show you because that was a little bit of a struggle. So I'm gonna add them like this, and that's our pattern. I'm gonna continue adding our beads until I have finished and I have reached the length that I want, and then I'm gonna make a knot and another knot and cut the excess, and then I'm gonna bring back that beautiful bow, cut the zip tie, add lots of hot glue, and get burned in the process. And I'm just gonna glue that really nicely like this. Then I'm gonna fluff again, and that's it. Let me show you. Here you have it, and you can see it, and this sign is just beautiful. I got burned gluing that bow, but it doesn't matter because this one, it's my favorite. Let me know what you think. Now for our DIY number 4, we're gonna make cute planters, and I'm using those planters from the succulents from Dollar Tree. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of moss on the top to cover that black part because that doesn't look like dirt. So now I'm just gonna give it a good haircut, and I'm gonna repeat that to my other planters. Now I have all of them, and I'm gonna take this pom-pom thingies from Walmart, and I'm gonna cut them really well, just leaving like an inch or so. So I just stick them to that planter like that, and we have a cute plant like this, a pom-pom thingy plant. Now I'm gonna take this buffalo check ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna glue it like this around it, and we have a cute pom-pom thingy plant. Let me show you. Here you can see them together, and they are looking pom-pom thingies. Let me know what you think about this cuties in the comments below, because you know me, I'm biased and I love them. And here you can see all of them together, and here is the little vignette so you can see all of them. Remember that this is part of the Esto es lo mío, or This is my thing, and you will find in the description box down below the link for the playlist so you can go and check out what everyone else did for this awesome challenge. And also you will find the links to Yetra Khreacioness and also Daysi DIY so you can go and check them out. You're gonna love them. And remember that if you like modern farmhouse, boho decor, lots of silly jokes, and listening to me without, I cannot even talk today. I'm not making any sense. Subscribe because that's what I do here. And remember to hit the thumbs up and share this video with a friend because that really helps to support my channel and makes YouTube notice my channel. Remember that if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you love it, subscribe so you can keep on watching this type of videos. Take care, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.